Assalamu alaikum everyone. So today Zayan is going first. Zayan, are we ready? You can start whenever you're ready.
Yeah. I'm ready.
You can go ahead.
Shall I start?
Sorry, what?
Shall I start?
Yeah, start.
رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي رب زدني علما ربي يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين يا فتى ويا فتى ويا فتى آمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, guys. Today we're going to be doing da'wah in Ramadan. Ramadan is the month of da'wah. Giving da'wah means giving, like telling people, to, like encouraging them to join Islam and tell them more about Islam and to encourage them to follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the best job in the entire world, and then it's the best job in the entire world, and that is the job of all the prophets. And also in Islam, giving da'wah is mandatory. In Surah Nahl, ayah 125, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. أدعو إلى سبيل ربك بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة. Invite to the way of your Lord with wisdom and good instruction. If you look closely into Prophet Yunus alayhi salam's story, when he did not do his da'wah properly as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded him to do. So it was in the Prophet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Prophet Yunus to go to the town of Nineveh. They were very bad people in there and did not want to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They were, and they also argued and said they are not scared of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Prophet Yunus became very sad and angry at them. He lost his hope on those people. And he thought Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's punishment will come to those people in any time. So without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's permission, he left his people and abandoned his town of Nineveh, which is where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appointed him to give da'wah to the people. He hardly left the city when the punishment came. The skies began to change color as if they were on fire. When the people saw what they saw, they started to fear that the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was coming to destroy them all. Immediately, they believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All adults and children gathered on a mountain and started begging to Allah for mercy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted their request and forgave them. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removed the storm from them, they prayed for the return of Prophet Yunus alayhi salam to guide them. But Prophet Yunus, peace be upon him, was very far away from the town at that point, since he got in a small passenger ship to cross the sea. Everything was okay, but suddenly a storm broke out, and a storm broke out and started to wave the ship, and it was about to crack. So they started throwing their belongings, hoping that they thought it was going to be because of heaviness, So they started to throw their belongings, their stuff, to keep themselves alive, but it was still. So they thought, we'll have a vote. We'll write names, and whoever's name get picked, they will jump off the ship. First time, it was Prophet Yunus. Then the people thought, no, not him. He's very kind and generous, so we'll choose him. And we'll choose someone else. They did it again, Prophet Yunus. They gave him one more chance, but the next time it was Prophet Yunus. They still didn't want to do it, but Prophet Yunus said, "Throw me off," and then they threw him off. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told one of the biggest whales in the sea to come and swallow Prophet Yunus alayhi salam. Then he was scared, but he knew that he didn't do da'wah. He didn't do his da'wah properly. So he knew that he didn't do his role properly. And this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's punishment, but he also protected him at the same time. So he prostrated in the belly of the whale and did dua. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgave him. So that is why we should always think about giving da'wah to the other people, so they can follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's order. In da'wah, we have to be very sincere and truthful. And to give da'wah, we also need to a really good knowledge about Islam. And we have to be very gentle, and we can't be rude. We need to use good manners, and we have to keep up patient as well. Just like Prophet Yunus alayhi salam, he was patient, but he couldn't be patient for enough. So in Ramadan, we should give da'wah to people and get lots of rewards from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Allah Hafiz.
Nice presentation, Zayan. Did anyone learn something? What you guys learn?
Sorry, my cat was in the background. Sorry, my cat covered my camera.
I learned that I learned the Prophet Yunus story finally.
And
how it ended and what happened.
Right. Anyone else? Okay, so let's move on to the next presentation, right? We have next Maya sister. So Maya sister, whenever you guys ready, you can start.
Assalamu alaikum. We are back once again.
Welcome to Surah Waqia, Ayah 9.
Let's get started. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم ربنا زدنا علما.
Let's review the last ayah we did.
Okay, so in the last ayah, we talked about how some will be on the right of Adam alayhi salam, and they'll get their good deeds in their right hand, and they will be the good people whose heads will be held up high. And like we learned about the significance of the right, and how like they will be led to Jannah with their right hand, and the importance of the right.
My turn?
No.
وأصحاب المشأمة ما أصحاب المشأمة.
Can you go?
Yeah, it's still your turn.
Okay. The components or the up the left, how miserable they will be.
Okay, so like Ikra did the review, last ayah that we did, we learned about the companions of the right side. So those people will be the ones who will be going to Jannah, who will be on getting their good deeds in their right hand, all that stuff that we learned about. This ayah, we're talking about the opposite people. We're talking about Ashabul Mash'ama, companions of the left. And it's very similar, not actually, never mind, what am I saying? It's the exact opposite of the people of the right. So these people, they're the unfortunate ones, because the word mash'ama, it comes from like a word called shu'um, I believe. And that basically means like a calamity or something that's unlucky or misfortunate. So these people, they'll be unlucky or misfortunate because these are the people that would be thrown into the hellfire. So these are the people of the left, like I said, the exact opposite of the people of the right. These people will be on the left side of Adam alayhi salam. So we talked about the people, Adam alayhi salam was sitting and he would like laugh when he looked at the people of the right side, but then he would weep when he looked at the people on the left side, because those were his children who were going to the hellfire. So these are the people of the left side of Adam alayhi salam. These are also the people who will be given their record of good deeds on their left hands, and they'll be on the left side of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment, and they will also be taken or led to Jahannam with their left hands as well. And something to know, in this dunya, a lot of times you might, like the people of the right and the left, they might be neighbors in this dunya. Like for example, Abu Lahab and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Abu Lahab is from the category, you could say, of the people who will be on the far left side going to Jahannam. But he was the uncle of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that's how the people of the left and the right, they'll be neighbors in this dunya. But on that day, the people of the right side will be way over as compared to the people of the left side. And then we end off the ayah saying, Ma ashabul mash'ama. How unfortunate it is for those people on the left. And who are those people on the left? We just discussed that. So that's all for today's ayah.
People that are going to Jahannam?
Yeah, these are the people who are going to Jahannam, the people of the left.
Michelle.
Ikra?
What if you're left-handed?
No, that's okay. If you're left-handed, that's okay. But this is like people who don't do good deeds, or the people who are bad in this. Yeah, being
Like-
left-handed, you're
Like,
you're
you know
good.
how you have like an angel on the left and the right? Like, you know, that kind of thing, more like, is what she means.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. But if you're left-handed, that's okay.
Let's focus in class.
Okay. So the people on the, as Sister Michelle said, the people on the left are seen as the opposite to the people of the right. Those who are on the left side of Adam alayhi salam, given their record on their left hands, and taken to Jahannam with their left hands are seen as the people of the left, as we just learned. The people of the left are also associated with like misfortune, calamity, that kind of thing. May Allah protect us from being among those people. So again, those people on that day, their heads will be sad. Their heads will be lowered. And the people on the right, they'll be happy. They'll be led to Jannah with their right hand. They'll get their good deeds in their right hand. And they'll be feeling so good and prideful. May Allah make us among those people. Ameen.
What did you learn today, guys? Anybody?
I learned that the people with the left hand will be gone to Jannah, but the people with the Jahannam and the people with the right hand will go to Jannah and will be very happy.
Mashallah.
Wow.
Anybody else?
I learned that the people with the right and left hand can be neighbors in Jannah.
No, not in Jannah. In this dunya, they'll be neighbors.
Oh,
In this dunya, like those people might be the people of the right side will be going to Jannah. Won't be.
oh, okay.
I think you can understand. Aisha?
Jazakallah khair.
Nia out. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Me out.
Nice presentation, Mia sisters. Okay, so we have next Asiya and Abdullah. You guys can you start whenever you guys ready. Are you here, guys?
Assalamu alaikum. I'm going to talk about why behavior is important in Ramadan. The Prophet said, I have been sent to perfect good character. Muslims said, therefore use this month to try to give up their bad habits and take on new good habits. They should work on becoming better versions of themselves. Many Muslims have been able to achieve this. Food and drink is a basic human need, and it teaches them that if they can control their basic human rights, then they can also control the behavior and bad habits. For example, some adults have been able to give up smoking as they have learned to. They can go without it during Ramadan. Some examples of good character that Muslims try to work for during this month, leading to controlling one's anger, forgiving other people, being honest, kind and helpful, practicing patience, not using foul language or backbiting. What are the good things about fasting? Fasting has a lot of benefits. It can help our bodies by helping to clean our germs from our bodies, improving the way our brain works, improving the health of your heart. Scientists today are even seeing the benefits of fasting. So my brother Abdullah talked about behavior in Ramadan, and now I'm going to talk a bit more about giving back. What is giving back? Ramadan is not just a time for us to work on ourselves, but it's also a time for us to give back, giving back to the people and the world around us. How can we do this? There are many examples as follows. Giving more in charity by not drinking and eating. We learn to physically experience and sympathize a fraction of what the needy go through and are encouraged to be more charitable. Humbling ourselves and being generous to those who have less than us. We can do good things for our neighbors, like bake Ramadan cookies, give gifts, or share our meals with them. Being good to our parents, family members, friends, and teachers. Sharing with them and being helpful and considerate. By helping and being good to those around us, we are helping our community and making the world around us a better place. Being good is not just being good to only the Muslims, but to everyone regardless of their faith or beliefs. As Mufti puts it, if they are Muslim, they are your brothers and sisters in Islam. If they are non-Muslim, they are your brothers and sisters in humanity. After Ramadan, we should also try to take some of what we learnt and did in Ramadan and use it for the rest of the year. For example, if we learnt to be kind in Ramadan, then we should be kind after Ramadan ends. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Okay. Anybody want to share something?
Ramadan is a very important month.
Right. So they talk about also habits, right?
We should stop our bad habits and give to the charity more.
Yes. So we also have to continue so after Ramadan also, if we stop bad habiting like in Ramadan, so we should continue also after Ramadan, because that's how we learn. If we can stop in Ramadan, so why not we can stop after Ramadan, right? So yes, and do you want to say something?
Anyone else presenting?
Yes, Zan. Zahan.
I have
Mm-hmm.
a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Why is the Zoom why do you keep asking me to unmute?
I didn't ask you to mute.
There is on my screen it's keep asking me to unmute. It's saying that the host is asking me to unmute.
I didn't ask you, Ni. I didn't. If I ask you, why did I ask the question? I know that you have a question. That's why I was waiting to finish the presentation. Then I will ask you. Okay. Do you want to say something? Okay. I think nice presentation, Abdullah and Asia. We have, I think, Zayan right now. Oh, Zen, sorry. Zen, do you want to present?
Sure.
Okay, let me make you co-host, or you just want to talk?
I want to talk.
Okay.
Now what happened about the oil people?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. If you guys who don't know me, my name is Zain Kassam.
You're fasting?
No, I'm sick.
Same here. I know what you're feeling because I missed half of Ramadan sick.
Guys, it's time for the class. Okay.
Today I'm going to be teaching about Prophet Nuh. So Prophet Noah was born in Arabia, and he was telling people about Islam, but they kept ignoring him, and you say, "You're a joker." And he kept doing that for a long time until they said, "Let's punish him." And then they started to throw stones at him. He was bleeding and getting so many bruises. And until Allah, and then what? And while Prophet Nuh alayhi salam was praying namaz. After namaz, there was a light, and Allah said, "Plant 100 trees." And then they planted 100 trees, and then after they grew, Allah said, please build a boat out of it. And then they made plans of a giant boat, and then they started building it. And then after the boat was done, they had to wait until the day came. At the day of the flood, the sign was, if water would come in their stove, in their kitchen, his wife said, "Water's in the kitchen." And then Prophet Noah knew it was time, and he ran outside and gathered all the good Muslims. And then, but let me tell you a fun fact. There were just, the bad people, they said this: "Why are you building a boat for no reason?" And then Prophet Noah ignored them. And then they told all the good believers in Allah, the good Muslims, to board the boat. And the animals go in pairs. And then they took but his wife and son refused to go. So then they headed on, and the disbelievers were going to climb mountains, but the tide was so high it covered the mountain. And then high mountains, and Prophet Noah said to the family, "Get on the ship." But they said, "We'll be fine," until they drowned. And then they sent a crow to find a piece of land, and it never returned. So then they sent a dove, and then it found, after many days and months, it came back with a leaf. So then they floated over there, and Prophet Noah said, "Bismillah." And then the boat stopped, and all the animals came out, and also the pairs. And that's how the ark. Then they buried the ark. There's a fun fact again. If you could go on top of a mountain in Turkey, you would find the real Noah's Ark. It's already been dug out. You can see it now in real life.
Cool.
I'm
Okay.
done.
Zen, nice presentation.
Thanks.
Anybody want to share something?
Well, now I learned 2 prophet stories today.
Mm-hmm. Right. And
I learned that you can go and see it in real life.
yes.
It's been dug out. So can I leave now?
Yes, you can. I think for today.